Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim wa salatu wa salamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sumayya Hassan and welcome to Aspire. In today's show, I'd like us to talk about how to increase your enthusiasm. In any activity that you undertake, enthusiasm is like the spice in your food. You can still eat the food without it, but how much nicer does it taste when it has a bit of spice in it? It becomes not only about eating for survival, but you're actually enjoying it. You enjoy the food as you eat it. You enjoy the task as you perform it because you're enthusiastic about it. The motivation to take the action. This is what enthusiasm is. Are you motivated? Or are you there just because? You know, you've turned up to work because you have been employed to do a job. You're completely unenthusiastic about it, but let me just go. You know, what else can I do? We don't want that. We want you to be motivated. You know, you wake up with jumping out of your bed, you know, you walk with a bounce in your step, you're energized and you're enthusiastic. That's what we are looking for. Now, how can we achieve this? Mind you, there are times you're just feeling enthusiastic, things are just going a certain way in your life and it's just there, it's just bubbling out. And there are times when you are just not feeling it at all. You know, it's like just as gray as the weather in Nairobi at the moment, you know, you just couldn't be bothered. Even in those times, you need to generate this enthusiasm in yourself. If it hasn't come by itself, you need to generate it. Why? Because when you're enthusiastic, that state of mind inspires. It inspires you, it makes you more creative, it makes you much better able to handle even challenges that come your way. It inspires others around you and just enables you to fulfill whatever you're fulfilling in a way that delivers joy to you rather than you regarding it, you know, as a chore. I'm doing this just because I have to do it. No, it propels you. That's what enthusiasm does to you. Now, I want to tell you one thing. One of the greatest assets you can give yourself is your enthusiasm. You can have all the money in the world, you can have power, you can have influence, but if you're not enthusiastic, hardly will this help you. Have you not seen people whose situation in life, the position they hold, the family they come from, so well known, so powerful, so wealthy, but they're so lackluster in how they approach life until you wonder, what else does this person want? They don't have the enthusiasm. Yes? And yet, if you have enthusiasm, you can master all of this. Now, combine enthusiasm with a belief, with your faith, with the initiative, with the hard work, and watch which mountains you will not be able to move. Sometimes you watch people do something and you wonder, how did they manage to do that? I have the same resources, I work in the same office with them, I know we earn the same salary, I can't do what they do. Look at your attitude. Are they enthusiastic and you're just there? You're just there. Your approach, your attitude is, I'm just there. They, on the other hand, are just turbocharged. You know, they are fired up. They have the energy, they have the motivation, and you really wonder where they get this from. So whatever it is that you're seeking to do or that you're currently engaged in, turbocharge it with enthusiasm and see what results you get at the end. This helps you not only to start something, not only to continue something, but also to stay the course. It gives you stamina. Even for something that you don't particularly like or enjoy doing, or maybe that takes too long. Enthusiasm could well be that one ingredient that gives you the gas, that fires you up to go to the finish line. So how can we help increase our enthusiasm, or how can we generate enthusiasm even in an environment where we are really not feeling like it? Number one, do what you like doing. To the extent possible, try and enjoy what you're doing. If you have a choice, then choose the work that not only do you enjoy, not only are you good at, but you're passionate about it. It stops becoming a job. You just love it, And one of the things to do here is to really be very careful about your personal skills. What skills do you have? What do you enjoy doing? And what is the work you've been doing? You've been given. Sometimes you're given a job that you really don't have the skills for. Hence, you're not enthusiastic because you're struggling to do this. Now, you have certain options there. You can talk to your supervisor and say, either they can build your skills, they can expose you to training, to guidance, to coaching, or they can change your job to something that plays to your skills. Now, if you can actually identify that job within your organization, or you can propose on how to change what you're currently doing to do it in a manner that aligns with your skill sets, you'll have hit that sweet spot. So you're not just going there to talk about the issue, but you're actually contributing to the solution. So doing something that you enjoy, that you're passionate about, that you have the skills for, is one of the ways to generate your enthusiasm. If you're not in that space where you get to choose, consider several things. How many other people in the world would love to be in your position? Yes, you have a job you don't particularly enjoy. How many people would do anything to be in your position doing the job you're doing now? You're complaining about the traffic you have to go through to get to work. How many people would happily sit in 1 hour of traffic just to have a job to go to? You're complaining about the queue at the supermarket. How many people would love to have money even to buy 1 loaf of bread? Remember to put yourself in other people's shoes. It reminds me of the story of a gardener who used to complain to his boss about this tree that was always dropping leaves in the garden. And he's like, this tree, it's always dropping leaves and making the garden so dirty. Every day I have to sweep under this tree because of it. Every day he's complaining about this tree, dropping the leaves and how it's giving him so much work, and can the boss cut the tree? Eventually the boss decided, I've had enough of this. Let me cut the tree. And he did. And guess what? What do you think happened to this man's job, the gardener? What job? The tree was gone, right? What other work did he have to do? So sometimes that thing that you're thinking is taking away your enthusiasm, think critically at it. It could actually be the silver lining in your cloud, and yet you're just focusing on the cloud and missing the silver lining. Remember also, if you are in a position where you don't necessarily feel energized, look in the direction of where you would want to go and generate that enthusiasm by focusing on your future. What is your overall objective? I may not be there today, but where I am today is a step to where I want to be tomorrow. So let me be enthusiastic about this, because even that ladder that I'm trying to climb, I cannot climb it from the top. I must start with these rungs at the bottom and be enthusiastic about each rung, because it is one step closer to the goal that you have in your mind. And so therefore, the second thing to help us be enthusiastic is to paint a picture in your mind of what that goal is that you're aiming for. Remember in the Quran, how much does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala paint for us a picture of Jannah? He makes it so vivid. He tells us about the green. He tells us about the fruits. He tells us about the rivers that are flowing underneath, about the couches and the silk and the brocade. Such a beautiful, vivid picture. And we are so energized when we focus on that picture. We are so excited. We want to work towards that because the picture is so vivid. So equally, paint for yourself this picture in your mind. What does success look like to you? And then be enthusiastic about the journey towards achieving that success. The other thing to help us generate enthusiasm, have a plan. It's very important for you to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, how will you know whether you're on the right path? Any road can take you there because you don't know which road you want to take, isn't it? You don't know where you want to go, in which case any road can take you there. So you need to have a plan. And make your plan realistic, make it achievable, so that as you achieve, you get that sense of satisfaction. This will generate enthusiasm. So for example, instead of saying, tomorrow I will get a job, perhaps you don't have a job, change that to tomorrow I will apply for a job. So when you've actually gone through, you looked at job listing sites, you've looked at the newspapers, you've gotten some opportunities that you think you're qualified for, and you have applied and your application has gone out, you have a sense of satisfaction, a sense of achievement. Why? Because you set a goal and you have achieved it. And that generates enthusiasm. So make sure you set a plan and make your plan achievable so that you get, that satisfaction, and this will fuel your enthusiasm. The other thing you need to do is to get out of victim mode. You can't constantly be playing victim. I will never be able to get this promotion. My boss hates me. I'll never be able to do this business. I will never be able to raise this money. If you don't believe in yourself, why should anyone else believe in you? So you must get yourself out of the victim mode by recognizing that there are steps that you can take towards the goal that you want to achieve. And be very deliberate about it. Think about it. Make your steps achievable and start. And as you proceed one by one, and you're crossing that off your list and you're seeing the achievement, that generates the enthusiasm in you because you can see that you're actually achieving and you're on your way to fulfillment of whatever it is that you're looking for. The other thing is to surround yourself with people who are enthusiastic, people who are optimistic, people who will encourage you and they will challenge you to achieve. Remember, enthusiasm is contagious. If you surround yourself with people who are enthusiastic, it's not easy for you to just be there feeling very low and down and all these people around you are so enthusiastic. Equally, why don't you be the enthusiastic person that other people want to surround themselves with? Because they know when they come into your presence, you're so optimistic and energized, you make them feel enthusiastic. And if you, for some reason, cannot find anybody in your circle who is enthusiastic, how many videos and audios are there online nowadays on all this? And they are free. There is really no reason why you couldn't go there and get something that is suitable for you, that you can listen to, that you can watch, that generates that enthusiasm in you. The sixth thing that you can do to generate enthusiasm, stimulate yourself positively into a state of enthusiasm. Now, high achievers are very clear on the things that stimulate their enthusiasm. You need to be equally clear. What is it that does it for you? Is it prayer? Is it meditation? Is it adhkar? Is it giving in charity? Is it spending time with the less fortunate? Is it going for a walk? Is it going for a jog? Is it exercising? Is it going to the museum and looking at beautiful art? Is it arranging flowers? What is it? Is it reading a good book? You need to find what creates and stimulates enthusiasm in you and be very deliberate about ensuring you do that. Very deliberate. It's that important that you should actually spend time thinking through what is it that you find very encouraging. Ask questions is the seventh thing. The beauty of asking questions is that it will lead to an idea. An idea will generate another idea. It will bring about a response that will stimulate interest. It will bring about an opportunity. The power of asking questions. can generate so much enthusiasm in you and in somebody else. Why? Because of what it is that the question opens up. It opens up a world of possibilities for you. And remember, most innovations and improvements in this world are the result of somebody asking a question. Somebody wanted to know how to do something better. Somebody wanted to know how something works. Somebody was looking for an answer. And in the process, they came up with a solution. Why not you? Ask questions. You may not know what the answer will be, but at least you can control the question. And from there, see how it unfolds. It could lead you on a beautiful journey of exploration and inquiry and really generate your enthusiasm. Develop the right attitude in whatever you're doing. I give you a brief example on this. If you're a salesperson, how about you consider yourself a solutions provider? You are there to provide solutions to the needs of your clients. And the more you can be creative in coming up with solutions, the more you're satisfying your clients' needs, the more happy they are, the more enthusiastic you get. I'm not saying get a different job. I'm saying re-engineer your attitude even towards what you're doing right now in a manner that can create that enthusiasm in you. And sometimes it's just about your wording, how you actually package this within yourself to see what value you are adding. Try and give your attention to what you're doing. The world we're living in right now is full of distractions. You're doing something, you're being distracted by your phone, by your email, by your this, by your that, but you can't focus. It's not so easy to be enthusiastic in an environment where you're not able to focus. So look at focus. This is really one of the areas that you can help build your enthusiasm on. Be very careful about managing bad stress. I'm emphasizing bad stress. There's some stress that is good for you. Which stress is good for you? If you set yourself a challenge that stretches you, that challenges you, that helps you achieve new heights, that's good. But if you're in a toxic environment, you need to change that. You need to deal with the ingredients that are creating toxicity, because that bad stress will kill your enthusiasm, and you don't want to do that. Use your tone of voice, use your physiology, use your posture to generate enthusiasm. Ask yourself, when you're dealing with something that makes you very excited, how are you? How do you talk? How do you walk? How do you engage? And use that tone of voice and that posture, even when you're not that enthusiastic, to generate that within yourself. Sometimes you look at somebody and they always look like they're carrying their own sunshine, isn't it? Why not? Why would you want to carry your own rain? You be that person that walks around, that you've just discovered the secret to whatever. Carry that spirit of enthusiasm with you in how you walk, in how you talk, in how you sit, in how you relate to your people. Yes? Apply your strength in whatever you're doing. If you have been given a job that doesn't play to your strength, look for a way that you can bring that strength in. Maybe you're an artist, but you're working somewhere that doesn't have an opportunity to show your artistic nature. Decorate your little area to bring your artistic nature out. You can still do that. You can volunteer in an area that brings out your strength. This creates enthusiasm. And finally, all said and done, whatever it is that you're planning to do, start. Start. Nothing kills enthusiasm like procrastination. Start. You may not have all the answers now. You learn the others as you go along. Some things you'll make a mistake. You will change as you go along. You need to start. Unless you start, it will just continue to be a story in your head. And the more you don't do it, the more you're killing your own enthusiasm. Remember, if your goals are the seeds that you're planting, enthusiasm is your fertilizer. Help yourself to succeed by being enthusiastic. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of today's show. I look forward to receiving your feedback. Our social media handles are streaming at the bottom of your screen. I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.